Welcome back to the College Esports Recap Report. I'm your host, Kbot, and I'll be taking you through all of the Collegiate Rocket League action from this past week. Starting in the East, Rochester has had a pretty good start to their season so far, as they sit at 3-1 in league play. This season, they've fought battles against Penn State, Valleyfield, and Seton Hall, with the Warriors' only loss being to West Virginia. Speaking of West Virginia, we're seeing the Mountaineers make a climb towards the top of the table as well. They sit at number 4 in the standings in the East with 5 wins and 1 loss. But additionally, the Mountaineers are number 4 league-wide in goals per game. This week, WVU faced off against the Stockton Ospreys, a team that they've historically won against in league play. But this meeting between the two teams featured not just 1 overtime, but 3. The first came after Bussy and Anthony ate pizza, each scored a goal with 20 seconds left on the clock. Stockton finished out the map with a swift goal by Top Cheese. The second overtime followed in Game 2, with Stockton once again taking a game after a goal by Anthony ate pizza. West Virginia denied Stockton's sweep in Game 3 and further positioned themselves for a reverse sweep, taking Game 4 with a swift 2-0. But as if they hadn't had enough already, we saw overtime number 3 on Champions Field after Stockton broke through WVU's defense and a goal by, you guessed it, Anthony A. Pizza to tie up the series. In overtime, WVU's Rot set the ball into Stockton's open net for the golden goal to close out the series. Now let's check in on the West, where UNLV are off to a rough start this season, which is shocking for the team that went undefeated 15-0 across league play last fall. The Rebels had a couple changes to their roster, with Tov leaving and the Wheat moving in to fill the empty slot, but they still picked up losses early this season versus both Oregon and UT Arlington. However, they were able to secure their first win in an on-stream match this week versus Texas Tech, and this series also saw 3 overtimes. The Red Raiders were able to take a game before the Rebels closed it out. Even after their win over UNLV, UT Arlington is also off to a rough start, taking losses against Long Beach State and San Diego State. They had their first on-stream match this week versus the North Texas Mean Green. Historically, UTA lead this series 8-6 over UNT. But buckle up, folks, because UTA and UNT went back and forth in this series just the same. The Mavericks took the first strike in Game 1, 2-0. Game 2 saw nearly a 3.5 minute overtime as each team denied the other's goal attempts, until Lucia sunk the golden goal off of the pass from Pajama Lama. With the series equalized at 1-1, it seemed only to fuel both Texas squads. UTA took Game 3 with a swift 4-1, and UNT followed it up with a 2-0 in Game 4. Through Game 5, each team put on the pressure, and the game remained scoreless down to the last second, triggering overtime. Both teams found shot attempts, but neither were quite able to sink the ball into the back of the net.
Use it to his advantage. Saba, not the best touch. No! Electrowave can't find the back of the net after the follow-up. Looked like a prime position. Now Nava wants to lead the counterattack, and that one misses too! No one can find the back of the net here in Game 5.
As overtime reached the 5-minute mark, Pajama Lama denied yet another goal attempt by the UTA squad, and as the ball bounced backwards towards midfield, UNT noticed an open goal shot opportunity and took it. Oh, what a game. The teams provided quite a showing for us this week, and why wouldn't you want to tune in next week to watch the madness unfold live? CRL will be live again on Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the College Carball channel and on Thursday on the official Rocket League channel. Thanks for watching this episode of the College Esports Recap Report. Be sure to follow us to stay up to date on all things college esports.